Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys a super easy textured blanket pattern. Ignore my nails today, they're kind of a mess. But you can use any yarn and any hook that you like with this. Today I'm just using a 4-weight acrylic yarn. I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby, and a 6mm hook. And here is what the pattern looks like once it is finished on a multicolored blanket. It's just a super easy textured pattern. I absolutely love it. I get so many compliments on this blanket, and I'm sure you guys will love it as well. So let's get started. To begin, we're going to make a slip knot, and I'm going to show you guys really fast just in case you guys have trouble with your slip knots. A really easy way to do your slip knot for beginners. You're just going to cross your yarns like this, take your loop over the yarn coming out of your skein. There's your tail yarn, the working yarn is coming out of your skein, and you're just going to pull through, and that makes your slip knot. So for this pattern, we're going to do a multiple of 2 plus 1. That means we're going to chain a even number of stitches, and when we're done, we're going to add 1 stitch to it, and that is our turning stitch. So you can do any number you would like to achieve whatever blanket you would like. Today we're just doing a swatch, so I am not going to do a huge swatch, just a small enough swatch so you guys can see the pattern. And if you guys aren't familiar with chaining, all you do is wrap the yarn around your hook and pull it through. So let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20. So 20 is our multiple of 2, and then we're going to add 1 to that for our turning chain. So for the first row, we're just going to half double crochet into each stitch, and if you're not familiar with a half double crochet, you're going to yarn over, go into the chain you're working in. So when we're first beginning, we always skip the chain closest to the hook and go into the next, so it'll be the second chain from the hook. Pull up a loop, so you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3, and that's a half double crochet. So yarn over, go into the loop, pull up, you should have 3, yarn over, pull through all 3, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, go through all 3, and that is a half double crochet. So we're going to continue half double crochets all the way to the end of our chain. And you can use this pattern to make rectangle shawls, blankets, scarves, anything you would really like to. It is a super easy and beautiful pattern. I loved the textured look of blankets. The half double crochets are mainly used as just a foundation row. So if you would prefer, you can always use single crochets instead, or double crochets. But our last row will be a repeat of our first row. So whatever project you're working on, the final row of it, when you get it to the length you would like, you're just going to do 1 more row of either whatever you started with. So single crochets, half double in my case, or doubles. I just prefer the half double because it gives you a good foundation to hold on to. So we just did our last half double crochet. What you're going to do now is chain 1, turn your work, and what we're going to do now is place a double crochet into the first stitch. So if you're not familiar with a double crochet, you yarn over, insert, pull up a loop just like with the half double crochet, but instead we're going to yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So there is our double crochet. Now this stitch, I call it a double crochet X. I'm not sure the actual term for it. That's just what I call it. So what you do is you yarn over like you're making a double crochet. You're going to skip the next stitch and you're going to go into the one after that and work your double crochet. So there will be a space where you skipped your stitch. You're going to yarn over, go back into the previous stitch that you skipped and work your double crochet. And that just makes a little like crisscross double crochet right there. We're going to do that again. Skip the next stitch, going to the one after, work your double crochet, yarn over, go into the stitch that you skipped, work your double crochet, and you're going to repeat that all the way down, making sure that you put only 1 double crochet into the last stitch. So the first and the last stitches are not the X ones, they're just regular. So skip 1, work your double crochet, go back to the one you skipped and work your double crochet into that. Skip 1, work your double crochet, go back into the previous one and work your double crochet into that one. Skip 1, work your double crochet, go into the previous one and work your double crochet. And you're just going to do that all the way down to the end of your project, and then the last stitch you should just have 1 double crochet. It should not be an X. Okay, we're working our last X. And see, we have 1 stitch left, so we're just going to put 1 double crochet into that stitch, chain 1, turn your work. For the next row, we're just going to single crochet across our entire work. So to do that, you don't yarn over, you just insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through both loops. So you're going to do that all the way across. So that's what we're looking like so far. Go ahead and work your single crochets all the way to the end and I will meet you there. Okay, I just worked my last single crochet. Now you're going to chain 1 and turn your work. For this row, we're going to put a half double crochet into the first stitch. And this row is very similar to the second row. We're going to do a half double crochet X. So we're going to skip the next stitch and work our half double crochet. Then go back into the previous stitch and work a half double crochet there to make a crossover of the 2 stitches. So you're going to keep doing that. Skip 1, work your half double crochet, go back to the skipped stitch and work your half double crochet. So just like the second row, but this time we're doing it with half doubles instead of doubles. And just like the second row, you should end on just a half double crochet, not an X. So we're just going to keep doing our X's all the way to the end. And I'm doing my last X now. Here's what it's looking like. And you're just going to work your 1 half double crochet into the end. Chain 1. Turn your work. And this is just going to be a repeat of round 3. We're just going to single crochet all the way across. So just 1 single crochet into each stitch. So go ahead and work that, and I will meet back up with you in just a second. Okay, so I just worked my last single crochet. Now we're going to chain 1 and turn. This row is a little bit different. We're going to work 1 double crochet into the first stitch. And then what we're going to do is work a puff stitch. So I will show you guys what that is. You're going to yarn over, insert into the next stitch, pull up a loop, and we're going to pull it up to the same height as our double crochet. We're going to yarn over and keep doing that. So that was 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So that should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stitches, or 10 loops. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 loops. It should be 11 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over, pull through all of them, just like that. So then into the next stitch, you're going to work your double crochet. And into the next stitch, you're going to do your puff again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to pull through all of them. And then into the next stitch, it's 1 double crochet. You're going to keep repeating that all the way to the end of your row. So next one is a puff. So we're going to yarn over, pull up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then do our double crochet into the next. Yarn over, pull up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pull through all of them, and double crochet into the next. Yarn over, pull up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yarn over, pull through all of them, and 1 double crochet into the next. Yarn over, pull up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pull through all of them, double crochet into the next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yarn over, pull through all of them, double crochet into the next. Another puff stitch, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, double crochet into the next. Another puff stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, double crochet into the next, and then our last stitch is supposed to be a puff stitch. If you are not adding a border and you want it to be straight on the ends, you could just add a double crochet there. If you're going to be adding a border, you can just go ahead and do the puff stitch. It may make the work look like it fans out a little bit. But it'll keep it even all the way across. But if you're adding a border, it won't really matter. But if you put a double crochet there, it'll keep that from happening if you don't want to add a border. So I know I just pulled through all of them, but you're going to chain to make your stitch. And let me just go ahead and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, you should always have, so we're going to skip this one, where you're always going to have the same amount of stitches as you did for your first row. So for the next row, you're just going to single crochet all the way across. And here's where you'll see what I mean by it kind of makes it stick out some. I'll show you guys what it looks like if you just put a double crochet there instead of the puff stitch. It just makes it a little bit neater if you're not adding a border. So you're chain 1 and then just single crochet across. See, it just makes it a little bit neater there if you add a single crochet at the end instead of the puff stitch. So I do recommend doing, or a double crochet, I'm sorry, instead of the puff stitch. So I do recommend doing that if you don't plan on adding a border. So you're going to single crochet all the way down your work, and then I will meet right back up with you. Okay, here's what we're looking like so far. If you made it to this part, you can finish the whole blanket because we're just repeating rows 2 through 7 for the rest of the size of whatever you're making. So our next row would be the double crochet X's. So you're going to start with a double crochet into the first, and then you're going to start working your double crochet X's. So you're going to skip one, work your double crochet, go back into the stitch that you skipped, and work your double crochet there. Skip one, work your double crochet, go back into the one that you skipped and work your double crochet there. You're going to do that all the way across your work. I just worked my last double crochet X, and into the last stitch we're just going to put one double crochet. So that was our repeat of row 2. You're going to chain 1 and just single crochet all the way across your work. Okay, once we get all the way across with our single crochets, we are going to chain 1 and start our half double crochet X's. So remember, just a half double crochet in the first and last stitch, and then we'll do our X's. So skip 1, half double crochet into the next, half double crochet into the one that's skipped, skip 1, half double crochet into the next, go back and half double crochet into the skipped stitch. And you're just going to do that all the way across, making sure to put just one half double crochet into the end. Okay, now we have all of our half double crochet X's done. We're going to go ahead and chain 1, turn our work, and just work single crochets all the way across our work. So go ahead and work them all the way across, and I will be right back for our last 2 repeat rows. Okay, once your single crochet row is finished, you're just going to chain 1, turn. This is a repeat of row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, repeat of row 6. So for the repeat of row 6, you're going to double crochet, and then you're going to work your puff stitch. So that's yarn over, pull up a loop, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's your puff stitch, and then you're going to go into the next and put a double crochet. Then you're going to work another puff stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, another double crochet, and you're going to repeat that all the way down. Alright, I'm at my last stitch of this row. So remember, if you don't want to have to put a border, if you want it to look nice and even, you can just put a double crochet into that last stitch instead of doing the puff stitch, but that's completely up to you. Chain 1, flip it over. You see how beautiful it is turning out so far. And we're just going to single crochet all the way across for this last repeat, and then the rest of your project will just continue on in the same way. So for the rest of your project, it'll be double crochet X's, single crochets, half double crochet X's, single crochets, puff stitch and double crochet switching back and forth, single crochets, and then repeat. So your double crochet X's, single crochets, half double crochet X's, single crochets, and your puff and double crochet switching back and forth, and then single crochets. And remember, whatever you decided to do for your foundation row, so row number 1, I did half double crochets, you're going to make sure you do that at the end as well. So that is basically it. I'm going to finish up this row and my final row of half double crochets for this swatch, and I will meet you guys back here to show you what it looks like. Okay everyone, this is what it is looking like with the 2 repeats. You're going to continue for however big you want it, whether you're making a blanket or a scarf. I will show you guys one more time mine that I made the full blanket in. I know I showed the other side before. I used a bigger hook. This is still a 4-weight acrylic yarn, but I used a bigger hook on this one, so my puff stitches don't stick out as much, but it's the same exact pattern, just on a bigger spot. I hope you guys love this pattern and enjoy the tutorial and find it easy. You can always tag me in you guys' work. I would love to see it. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Sadie's Nook. And I hope you guys have fun making this. Bye.